work for a guy that was really, really hard on everybody. And even if we used to get things right, he would say something like, even a broken clock is right twice a day. And I guess it was his way of saying, like, you succeed sometimes, even though you're not good at what you're doing or whatnot. I always find that fascinating because then I start to apply that to situations where people were overly protective, or they had a belief about not working out or something like that. So they would basically say that, you shouldn't do something because you might get injured, or you shouldn't even bother trying because you might succeed. And I've talked about confirmation bias before. I've talked about self-fulfilling prophecy. And basically what ended up happening is that inevitably through your fitness journey, you'll roll your ankle, you'll be too sore to do something you want to do, you'll be extra tired, you'll fall off the course or whatever you want to call it. There are times that things are not going to be 100% perfect, and these are the opportunities that these people take to try to say that, see, I told you so, and they're not right. The way that they're looking at things is probably incorrect, right? There is very little to argue against physical activity, very little to argue against resistance training, very little to argue against having enough protein, very little against arguing half of these things that we're striving for. But there are myths that persist, there are belief systems, there are people that believe that, you shouldn't really be active at all, you should try to rest as much as possible. And unfortunately, they're only right when they can prove that they're right by saying, see, I told you so. But by no means are they actually right. Just like my boss used to say, a broken clock is right at least twice a day. There are times where what they've said comes to pass, and it almost looks like they know what they're talking about. But if you sound the alarm every day, eventually that alarm is actually going to alert you to something. Again, so let's move away from that. Let's start to understand that what you're doing is the right thing. And there are going to be times where we make the wrong move along the way. We don't feel great because of it. Maybe we're too tired to do something, whatever it is. Like, there's times that the argument that someone might make against what we're doing might be somewhat right. It doesn't make them fully right. And it doesn't mean that we should capitulate to them. It means that we know what we're doing, and we know that our path involves something like that. So don't let those people that are right, those clocks that are right twice a day, twice in a lifetime, dictate what we do. You're on the right path, I promise you. Just stick to it, remain consistent, remain persistent, remain patient, and you will get there regardless of what the broken clocks say.